Well, hey there, CMU churches. Um, I just wanted to take a minute to give you a preview of this month's daily social guide for June 2023. I'm super excited about it, and I'm not saying that like out of pride. Kaya from my team put this together, and she did an amazing job. I had the privilege of editing it. But she came up with all the ideas and put them together for you this week. So if you're enrolled in CMU, this is something that you have access to inside of your CMU dashboard. And I'm going to show you how to get there. If you aren't enrolled in CMU, you do have the option to enroll and you'll get access to this as well as other things like our Visitor Growth Engine course and other bonuses like kits. So anyway, let me show you. If you go ahead and you log in to your CMU dashboard, you will probably see something like this. You won't see my face. You will see your own face. Hopefully, if you didn't upload a profile picture, go ahead and take a minute to do that. And then go over here to the Learn tab and hit Daily Social Guides. It is that easy. Okay. So once you're here, you'll see the June 2023, and you'll just be able to click on it. As you see, we keep these updated. We have, I think, about 8 months worth on this page at any given time, so it doesn't get too cluttered. But here you go, June 2023, and there's a day-by-day posting guide. Now, before we start looking at this preview of them, I just want to remind you that for most churches, unless your reach on social is pretty good organically, you do want to be a little bit you do want to pick and choose which posts you do, how many days you post, right? If you're posting constantly and no one's responding to that, that can actually penalize you in the algorithm. But if you're posting consistently, that helps you. So there's a difference between every day, constantly, and consistently. So you want to make sure you're posting 2 to 5 times a week and that you are posting things that elicit engagement, that really resonate with your church or your audience on that platform if the people who follow you don't necessarily go to your church. So that's a little bit of a fine line to walk. We have ideas for every single day because we want to give you as many ideas as possible. We also have some bonus posts at the end of the month, just in case you need extra ideas. So this guide exists to give you ideas. We have, example captions. We have an explanation of why the post is important or why it might work. And then we have some example images that you can use as inspiration or hand off to a photographer if you are lucky enough to have one on your team. I know a lot of you are a team of one, so we have this guide is for you as well. There's a shot list that you can print off. You can give it to a volunteer. You can use it yourself. You can use it to train volunteers if you are a team of one. So I'll go through all of that in this video, but let me just show you a couple of my favorite things about this particular month. So first of all, we have this coaching from my friend Jennifer Benton. She is a social media guru, and she has 8 tips here in this month's issue that will help you create better carousels for your church. So there's a few carousel post ideas in this guide, and these tips will make sure that you create good carousels, especially if you're looking to make like those informational ones that get a lot of traction on social media. Those are a great option for like recapping a sermon or sermon series, but you do have to do it the correct way. So Jen has some tips here to help you do that. Okay, I'm not going to share more of this screen because I want you to go check out the guide and read it. But let me show you some of the posts that I'm really excited about. Okay, so first of all, where's this one? Okay, so Thursday, June 8th. This one isn't the same kind of carousel post that Jen was talking about necessarily, although it could be if you wanted to recap some lessons learned from serving. But a lot of this is just, if your church is in the middle of a ministry season, like, we recommend to take during the summer at CMU, you are probably getting out in your community and serving. And so that's a great reason. That's a great way to recap that on social media. Ask people who are on trips or serving during the day to take some selfies or send you some photos that they took while they were doing it, or make sure that you personally are on site and they're ready to whip out your phone and take a couple of photos. You can put a recap image on your social media, and it's a good way to thank your volunteers for serving. And it's also a great way to just kind of show what your church's heart is about, right? Like if you are a church that has a heart for your community, show that. Make sure that they know that you love them and that the reason you love them is because Jesus loves them. Okay, we also have some awesome get ready for Father's Day kinds of posts. So let me Let me show you this. Isn't that a cute example image that Kaya found there? And just a really good idea. This is the Saturday before Father's Day, just creating a little bit of hype around that day, as well as some of these other ideas that they have. We have Juneteenth as well. Those are probably the main 2 June holidays. And then just let me show you one more. Okay, this is the last one of the month. So you have some time to put this together in case you don't have a plan for July. But if you have some things that are happening in July, it is hard to get on people's schedules in the summer because they are just doing all these things. They've got weddings, they've got graduations, they've got vacations, all this stuff. So if you can post your July calendar on social, that's a pretty cool idea. Now, normally I would recommend don't post your calendar on social, put it on your events page on your website, and you should still do that. But in the summer, sometimes people aren't in their regular rhythms. They're not checking their email as often, but they are still on their phone. So it's really cool to be able to show hey, we still have stuff going on at the summer. Going on this summer, you are welcome to come if you're available, if you're in town. This is a great event to bring a friend or anything, just kind of get them introduced to church. So this is pretty awesome. Got some potential captions there. And then I did want to show you right here at the back, starting on, this looks, I don't know what the page number is, but it's in the table of contents. We have this weekly planner. This is your shot list / design list for the week. So you know exactly what graphics and photos you need to execute all of the posts in the planner. And like I said, you don't have to post all of these things, but if you handed this shot / design list to a volunteer every single week and got all of these photos or all of these graphics, you really want the photos. The photos are the most important thing. But even if you just got all of the photos of people smiling faces at your church, by the end of even just a month, you're going to have an amazing resource backlog of photos that you can use. And if you did that for a whole year, you would have some really great images that you can use, not just on social, but on your website, in any sort of other promotional campaigns you do, any sorts of designs, if you do have a graphic designer who works with you. So these shot lists are super nice. They make it really easy to hand it off to a volunteer, and I highly recommend printing them off or sending this guide to your volunteers and having them use them. We also have these bonus posts. So, you can have people share testimonies about VBS if you do that during the year. I know a lot of memories for me as a kid, growing up at VBS, is those were just times as a kid where you felt very close to God and where you learned a lot. And so I think that, this is something that if your church does that and it has the impact, it can make a big impact on families, and you want to make sure you're capturing those stories and sharing them. Let's see. Another Father's Day post. There's a lot of really good ideas in here, and I'm going to go ahead and stop this preview, but I hope you get an idea of what's included in this guide. Go ahead and download it inside your CMU dashboard and let me know what you think. Let me know what your favorite post is. Okay, see you later.